I don't think it's a stretch for any of us to realize that this has been a particularly traumatic time in our worlds, in our country, certainly in our lives. And what I've seen is that most of us are needing a safe place to process. We're just not exactly sure who that is or where we should go. It's almost like we've had this wake-up call. A number of years ago, I was pastoring a church in Boston that I'd founded with my wife, and I had that kind of wake-up call. One day after a guy who was working with me decided to leave, I literally just shouted at the top of my lungs, "I hate my life. I hate my work. I can't stand this anymore." My wife walked in, and to make things even more dramatic, I picked up this 5-pound book, threw it across the room, breaking the book, breaking the wall, and having me then realize I needed help. I needed somewhere where I could go. Well, it took a while. I ended up being on 4 antidepressants and all kinds of medications, but I eventually met with a coach. And what I came to see was that coach was like a breath of fresh air for me. And as I was sitting across from him, I realized what I didn't need was just more information. I needed a human being, someone with blood who could help me both process the trauma, but maybe even more important, figure out where I was headed and how I could get there. My wife was talking a few years ago at a conference, and she said there's a difference between the transfer of information and transformation. And what I see is that coaches today can bring that kind of transformation. I've come to believe that coaches are today's new spiritual leaders. Not the only spiritual leaders, but they can help people find purpose, find direction, get peace. So a few years ago, after coaching for, I guess it was 16 years, I founded Coaching Transformation Academy, CTA, with a vision of having coaches become today's new life changers, people changers. And so what I am sharing now is a message of how can we bring coaching into the world? How can we grow up coaches in organizations, as professionals, in churches? And if that vision just kind of captures you as it does me, just go to wetraincoaches.com. You can learn more. Or if you'd like me to speak to your podcast or to your television show or on radio, you can go to connect@wetraincoaches.com. I really look forward to talking to you. You can tell I'm passionate about this, and let's have a conversation. God bless.